Good morning, student. So today in this session from the subject electronics devices and circuits, we have seen unit number 2, that is MOSFET and its DC analysis. I am Madhuri B. Muni, working as assistant professor in electronics and telecommunication department, Sharad Institute of Technology, College of Engineering. So previously we have seen from this chapter that the N channel E MOSFET, and before that we have seen the construction of N and P channel D MOSFET. Then we have seen the E MOSFET characteristics and parameters, that is non-ideal voltage current characteristics. Also we have seen uh, biasing techniques for that the E MOSFET. So today we are going to see this finite output resistance, body effect, subthreshold conduction, breakdown effect, temperature effects. So let us start. So already we have seen the transistor is divided into the three types, BJT, FET and IGBT. So our syllabus is related to the FET, JFET and MOSFET. So from the chapter number 1 is the JFET already we have seen, and we have now in MOSFET chapter. So in MOSFET again there are two types, D MOSFET and E MOSFET. So D MOSFET, it is not in your syllabus, but for the Batu syllabus, the MOSFET chapter is related to the E MOSFET. So but for the how that the MOSFET will work for the depletion as well as enhancement mode, already we have seen the D MOSFET, and now we add the E MOSFET. So construction of that the E MOSFET already we have seen. Then there is a no any channel is present. Then after the applying that the field, what will be effect on that the E channel MOSFET we have seen. So here also again the three terminals, and if the gate we are applying positive voltage for that the gate, the E channel MOSFET start conducting the current, ID current. So this MOSFET is nothing but the equivalent to the two diodes. So here there is no any channel is present, but due to applying the positive voltage with respective source, there is a electrons inversion layer is created, and it will be formed that the electrons. So this is space charge region, and the space charge region is induced of electrons is there. Okay. So current versus voltage characteristics we have seen for the enhancement mode N MOSFET. This is the symbolic representation of that the D MOSFET as well as the E MOSFET. Then we have seen the characteristics of the E MOSFET. Then for that the parameters, when non-saturation or triode region, then saturation or triode region. So where VDS is less than the VDS sat, so at that time what is the current flowing from that the device, and at the saturation or triode region, when VDS is greater than VDS saturation, so ID is given by this equation. So now we are going to see the non-ideal voltage current characteristics of the MOSFET. So in this we are going to see the finite output resistance, so that is in a saturation region, as well as the body effect, then subthreshold conduction, breakdown effect and temperature effect. So these are the non-ideal voltage current characteristics of the MOSFET. So for the finite output resistance, we have to consider the saturation region. So here the ID versus VDS plot is, and over that the ID current flow that the graphical representation is shown. So here if you see the slope of this, that is 1 upon R. So what will be the action will take place in a MOSFET? Already we have seen when VGS is more positive, at that time the electron holes charge carriers are flow and they form one layer, and through that layer means internal channel is a layer channel is there, and due to that the ID current flow from that the device. So for the finite output resistance calculation, we have to take into the consideration of ID current. So what is the behavior of the ID current? That is Kn into VGSQ, that is gate to source voltage at the Q point, minus VTN, that is threshold voltage, bracket square, into 1 plus lambda VDS, that is equation number 1. So lambda represents channel length modulation parameter. So from above graph, for ID is equal to 0, 1 plus lambda VDS is equal to 0. So when we have calculated for VDS, it represented minus 1 upon lambda, and lambda is nothing but this value VA. Okay. So the resistance, output resistance, is nothing but the derivative of that the drain current with respect to drain source voltage. So by differentiating of equation 1 with respect to VDS, we can write R0 is equal to lambda Kn VGS minus VTN bracket square. This is in a square root, sorry, reciprocal of that. So R0 is given by lambda into IDQ. So 1 upon this, so it indicating that is 1 upon lambda is nothing but the VA. Okay, so that is IDQ, that is equation number 2. So this is nothing but the finite output resistance in a saturation region for the MOSFET. It is clear that how we have calculated, we have taken the behavior of ID current in a saturation region. Then we have differentiated that R0 equation, means output resistance is nothing but the slope of that. So the change in ID with respect to change in VDS, that we get the R0, that is VA divided by ID. So let us see the next ideal non-ideal characteristics, that is body current. So the figure shows that the MOSFET, so when two transistors are conducting non-zero drain to source voltage on M1, source M2 is not at same potential as the substrate. So this bias condition means that a reverse bias voltage exists across source substrate PN junction. Source substrate PN junction. So change in source substrate junction voltage, that changes in threshold voltage, and this called the body effect. So what is body effect? When two transistors are conducting non-zero drain to source voltage, means there is no any drain to source voltage for the M1, and source M2 is not at the same potential at the substrate. So this bias condition means reverse bias voltage exists across the PN junction. So change in source substrate junction voltage, that changes in threshold voltage. So this is called the body effect. Okay. Then next point is subthreshold condition. So subthreshold condition, so that is ID, square root of ID plotted with the VGS. So that means if you see the experimental result, you will get like this shape, and when you plot the ideal characteristics, you will get the straight line. So ID is equal to Kn into VGS minus VTN bracket square. So taking square root on both sides, we will get root of ID is equal to root of Kn, the square gets cancelled. So root in ID is linear function of VGS. So as VGS is less than VTN, ID is not 0, which is called a subthreshold conduction. Okay, what is subthreshold condition? As VGS is less than VTN, ID is not 0, which is called a subthreshold conduction. So significant power dissipation may take place for non-conduction or more number of MOSFET on IC. Okay, so significant power dissipation may take place for non-conduction of more number of MOSFET on IC. Then next, breakdown effects. So drain to substrate PN junction, may breaks down if applied voltage is too high. That is nothing but the avalanche breakdown. Okay. So drain to substrate. We know that the MOSFET having the three terminals and one more, that is 4 substrate. So gate, drain and source, and the substrate is connected to the source terminal. So between that drain and the substrate, PN junction may break down if applied voltage is too high, and that is known as why it is break down, that because avalanche effect, that is multiplication of the electrons, they get bombarded to other electrons and the chain of electrons are going to increase, and it will boost the current, and due to that damage will occur in a device. So that is nothing but the avalanche breakdown. Then punch throw effect. So punch throw effect means what? When drain voltage is large enough for the depletion region, that region is known as the punch throw effect. So what is the punch throw effect? When drain voltage is large enough for the depletion region, that is known as the punch throw effect. So near avalanche or snapback breakdown, these are two second order effects within the MOSFET. Okay, so near avalanche or snapback breakdown, these are two second order effects within the MOSFET, that is the breakdown effect. Then what are the temperature effects? So let us see. VTN and Kn are functions of the temperature. Okay, that is voltage temperature, VTN and Kn. So magnitude of VTN decreases as temperature increases. So it is the negative temperature effect, and ID increases for applied VGS. Okay, when temperature is increases, VTN decreases, but ID increases for the applied VGS. So Kn is directly proportional with mobility of charge carrier in an inversion layer. Okay, so Kn constant is directly proportional with mobility of charge carriers in an inversion layer. As temperature increases, the charge carriers start vibrating, which reduces their mobility. So as temperature increases, the charge carrier starts vibrating, which reduces their mobility. Then Kn reduces and drain current reduces. So that constant reduces, drain current also reduces. Kn is not fixed for all the MOSFET. It depends upon the fabrication process constant. Then temperature dependence of Kn is more as compared to the Vtn, and overall ID reduces for applied VGS. So what is the effect of temperature? Temperature dependence of Kn is more as compared to the Vtn. Means Vtn and Kn functions, in between that Kn is more dependent on that the temperature. So overall ID reduces for applied VGS. Then the above action produces the negative feedback condition in MOSFET. So all that the temperature effects that mentioned above produces the negative feedback condition in MOSFET. So we have seen what is temperature effect, then breakdown effects, sub-threshold condition, what is mean by body effect, as well as the finite input resistance value. Okay, so these are the non-ideal voltage current characteristics. So maybe in university question paper, they can ask explain any two of that, maybe finite output resistance or body effect, or maybe they asking the explain sub-threshold conduction as well as in a breakdown effect, or maybe they ask that write breakdown effects and temperature effects on the MOSFET. So you have to prepare for all this in university question paper. How they ask, according to that you have to write the answers. So once again we are going to summarize these characteristics of E-MOSFET as well as the parameters. So ID versus VDS, where VGS is positive. So this is the ohmic region, that is non-saturation region, and this middle one shows that the saturation region for the various VGS values. So see here the current versus voltage characteristic. So for that VGS2 is greater than VGS1. Okay, so what will be effect on that the ID? This is VGS1 is less than VTN. Okay, and VGS is very less than the VTN. So these are the current versus voltage characteristics. So already we have seen the operation of the E-MOSFET. So see here in figure A and B. So A, where there is a VGS is less than VTN. Okay, so there is a no any channel created between these two N layers. So there is a no any ID current flow. Okay, so here that's shown ID is 0. But when we are increasing that the VTN, so due to that it is the more positive. Okay, so that the electrons, whatever the free electrons attracted here, and they will recombine with the holes. So here the N layer is created. N layer is created. So induced electron inversion. So ID starts flowing from this device. Okay. So according to this, we have seen the that non-ideal voltage current characteristics, that is finite output resistance, body effect, sub-threshold conduction, breakdown effects and temperature effects. In university question paper, they ask any, then whatever they specifically ask, then you have to go with that the any of the two. But if they ask for the write the non-ideal voltage current characteristics, so from all this point you have to mention that the correct things in the paper. Thank you.